In case you have not noticed, this is not your father's Amazon anymore. This may come as a surprise to most people who think of Amazon as a company of endless growth. But, believe it or not, Amazon is experiencing slowing sales and growth. As you probably know if you have been watching this channel, Amazon is right-sizing its real estate portfolio to fit its current needs. Amazon is also firing some robots who are not working up to productivity standards. But does it also mean job cuts? What does this mean for Amazon? What does this mean for consumers? What does it mean for the stock market? What does it mean for the US economy? And what does it mean for the future of the United States? But, before we get into all of that, please hit the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Amazon has pretty much always focused on a singular ethos: growth is more important than profits. Wall Street analysts have not always been in love with that mantra. That is pretty much the story of Amazon's first 25 years as a public company. That has been the strategy of founder Jeff Bezos since his first letter to shareholders in 1997. We will continue to make investment decisions in light of long-term market leadership considerations, Bezos wrote. Long-term focus has priority over short-term profitability considerations or short-term Wall Street reactions, Bezos wrote. But the tone has changed with 3/4 of 2022 in the books. Andy Jassy became CEO in July 2021, succeeding Jeff Bezos. Since then, Jassy has been in cost-cutting mode in order to preserve cash. Deteriorating macroeconomic conditions have forced Amazon to confront slowing sales in a gloomy global economy. Shares in Amazon are down 33% so far in 2022. That compares to a 25% drop in the benchmark S&P 500. Shares in Amazon are on pace for their worst year since the Great Recession. This new culture of frugality is unfamiliar to many Amazon shareholders. Amazon's employee base grew to 1.6 million in 2021 from under 650,000 back in 2018. Amazon has made some bold cuts. It shut down its telehealth service, discontinued a video calling projector for kids, closed almost all of its US call centers, cut its roving delivery robot project, shuttered weak equals performing brick-and-mortar stores, and is cutting warehouse locations by closing, canceling or delaying. Amazon also reduced its secretive Skunkworks lab. Amazon froze hiring for corporate jobs, and also downsized its annual hardware event that typically shows off gadgets and robots. If we look at everything collectively, Amazon seems to care a little more about margin than they have historically, said Tom Forte, an analyst at D.A. Davidson who currently has a buy rating on Amazon shares. Jassy discussed the cost cuts at Amazon's global all-employee meeting on Monday. Good companies that last a long period of time, who are thinking about the long term, always have this push and pull, Jassy said at the meeting. There are some years where they're expanding really broadly, Jassy continued. Some years where they're checking in and working on profitability, tightening the belt a little bit, Jassy added. And some businesses are expanding at the same time that others are checking in, Jassy also noted. Amazon is not the only company feeling the macroeconomic pressure. As you already know if you follow this channel, Google and Meta are also cutting. And also pinning the blame on a challenging macro environment. Inflation is raging in most countries of the world. Central banks are aggressively raising interest rates to fight inflation. Consumers are dialing back their discretionary spending. Corporate marketers are cutting ad spending, especially online. Tech companies of all sizes have announced layoffs and hiring freezes. Of course, Amazon has not eliminated all new spending. Amazon has acquired the following companies in a recent buying spree. One Medical for $3.9 billion. Roomba maker iRobot for $1.7 billion. And Belgian robotics maker Kloostermans. Amazon also plans to spend about $1 billion next year for wage increases and expanded benefits for frontline workers. And it is hiring 150,000 workers for the holiday shopping season. We have an enormous amount of things that we're investing in and that will continue, Jassy said at the meeting. Jassy pointed to a few examples. Alexa, Prime Video, and groceries. Amazon Web Services is the cloud computing division of Amazon. Jassy was the head of Amazon Web Services until his elevation to CEO in 2021. More recent projects under Bezos included many high-profile bets. self-driving robo-taxis, cashierless stores, and delivery drones. Bezos ultimately cut a lot of projects that did not reach expectations. The Fire Phone is one example. Amazon's first and only smartphone was cut in 2015 after 1 year on the market. Other notable failures included some lesser-known bets: a restaurant delivery service, a social media feed, a device designed to replenish items with one click, a ticketing service, an auction site, and an online wine store. "They're completely unafraid to kill something that's not working," said Craig Berman, a former Amazon vice president for global communications. "That's never been a problem for them in the past," Berman continued. As the chief of Amazon Web Services, Jassy ran Amazon's profit engine. Those profits provided Amazon with the fuel to invest elsewhere. But as CEO of Amazon as a whole, Jassy has had to deal with some huge challenges. Inflation raging at a 40-year high, supply chain problems, an aggressive organized labor push, and a weakening macroeconomic environment. And more cuts may be on the way. Investor sentiment has changed a lot this year alone. Wall Street analysts have no more appetite for experimental high-risk investing. Amazon's single-digit revenue growth for the past 3 quarters. Mostly, this is because of softening demand in its core online stores business. And Jassy is dialing back Amazon's COVID expansion. The COVID era left the company saddled with too many warehouses and too many employees. Amazon cut its employee base by 99,000 people to 1.52 million. More job cuts could be coming. Amazon notified Maryland officials that it plans to close 2 Baltimore area delivery stations. That will put more than 300 employees out of work. During the second quarter, Amazon's workforce was reduced by 100,000 jobs in the second quarter of 2022 to 1.52 million. This is the largest reduction in employee headcount in the entire history of Amazon. At one point, Amazon opened a new warehouse every 24 hours somewhere in the continental US. Amazon has run into tenuous relations with labor unions in recent years. What do you think? Please leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of future videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.